Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders seeing what's current. It's late. I know. I mean, I get interviewers. I know Mr. Chore Star Terrain's on right now, but I got to put in the work. Got to put in the work. Got to be consistent every day with this. Can't miss any more days unless I'm on vacation or something. I got to make sure I have this on lock. So we're gonna get right into it. Joe Budden calling out logic. And this is exactly what went through my mind the whole time. I have bipolar disorder. I have my chances, the probability of me committing suicide goes way up, way up. Probably in like double digits, percentage. That I actually kill myself. But the closest I ever came, I actually called the 1-800-273-TALK line. Um, it was an interesting conversation. And the lady on the other side, she was just like, "Okay, what's your problem? Are you all right? Is everything safe or anything like that?" And I'm just like, I'm just looking at things, just seeing things. She's like, "Is this a prank call?" Because they get that all day, I'm sure. She's well versed and they train on that. So I think that the best part about that whole experience was the fact that I was able to, speak with somebody because it's just to clear the air kind of thing, kind of like just to get a firm grasp. I was never suicidal. In none of my paperwork, never in my life was I ever suicidal. I went to hurt others or myself. It was just the fact that I went to manic, things like giving things away and selling things and buying things. It gets wild, but I digress. Joe Budden and Logic. I Logic song, that 1-800-273-TALK song, crazy huge. Sold 8 million units. That's amazing. In the United States and all over the world, so hundreds of thousands and millions as well. But yeah, it just when artists do stuff like that, it's kind of like they're reaching, they're trying to stir up something and create something of that could be regarded as oh, he's reaching, he's pandering, he just wants to get attention, he just wants to get the, a money grab, he knows that even this year saw the highest rate of suicides among I think every category: men, women, younger people, older people. So and I just discovered this coming up. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the days Sunday and Monday are the most common days for people to commit suicide. I just learned that. I was like, wow, it threw me off, But I think Joe Budden, he could be, a little harsh, I guess, in his way, which I respect. Aggressive, assertive, strong with it. But I think Logic, was sincere. I think he was actually. He even said in an interview that he wasn't trying to save people's lives. He was just trying to make a song. That's nice that he said that. It may not be true, but at least he said that. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt in that regard. Um, he and Joe Budden, he's going around him and saying, get away from the microphone, get away from any recording devices. Don't rap anymore. Just lay down everything, lay down the mic. Just don't rap at all. So Logic, I don't think has responded to any of Joe Budden's barbs, but I think Joe Budden has a point. He does have a point, but I just disagree with it. I think Logic was truthful and honest. One person one person on. Who are you? Talk to me in the top chat. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Show yourself. Are you a newbie or are you a veteran? you're a noob. But yeah, so Ty's crazy. But yeah, so Joe Budden is going at Logic, and Logic is not even. I don't think he's even responded one word. He hasn't said one thing. But the thing with suicide is weird for me. I get it from. I'm in the haterverse. The haterverse says like, don't be afraid to put the Mossberg in your mouth. Blow your brains out. End it all. Everything's could be going great for you. You got the money. You got the girls. You got females. Well, straight females. You got the different things like that. Kill yourself. You're not going to get any better than that. A lot of people see it's the opposite. A lot of people say, "Oh, he was down and out. He was drugged out. He was depressed. He was feeling so in solitude, and he just, things got the better of him, and he checked out." No, what if you got a big mansion and you got a family and a wife and kids, or you're feeling good about yourself? You just toasted, your own self with some brandy. You got the shotgun right next to the chair. You say, "Ah, this is a good life. It's probably not getting any better than this." Pow. Be free. Salute to you. I have to be quiet because people are my family sleeping upstairs. I usually don't have this late a show. Salute to be free. And since you're new, I gotta ask you, where's that donation? You're new here. I'm asking for at least $20. $20. That's what I'm asking for. Be free. Tell somebody else to get on the line. Tell another person to get on the line. Don't tell more than 3 people though. I want the third person to wonder who is that goofy nigga with the hat and the tie and the black shirt. Oh, he's coming. Okay, good to go. Okay, like I said, I'm looking for 20s. It's the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter. You see my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal, whatever you like to choose, whatever is kind of convenient for you. I fully appreciate it. Sincerely. Got 2 people with 2 likes. Not mad at this. But Logic. I was listening to his music. He's got flow. He's got ideas. He's got kind of like the total package. I'm gonna give him credit. I don't know if Joe Budden's mad because his rap career stalled on the major label side. He had excellent mixtapes or less CDs with Moon Music. His Moon Music series is great. And No Love Lost and All Love Lost and all those. That's just it's beautiful that he had that, and then he was able to switch up the game, go into the podcast, and make more money, have more fan base, have more supporters than most people could even imagine. So that's something that I think is special. And Joe Budden and Logic may even get on a remix together to 1-800-273-TALK. Now, it's not even that. It's much shorter. It's 988. It's one number away from my birthday, my birth year, 1988. They use 988, for it's Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. So it's something that is very goes back and forth. Like I think assisted suicide is great. I think it's wonderful. I think that's a step in the right direction. People that are debilitated, have debilitating diseases and are in pain. Maybe they lost a spouse. Maybe they don't want to they just don't want to live anymore. based on, the detriments, not just, you know, a younger person saying, "Oh, I don't feel like it. Things aren't going that well for me. I'm checking out." I'm talking about older people that have experienced it, have lived it. They said, "This is the last. I want to go out on my own terms." You got to respect that. I think you got to respect that. So Logic, I tried to listen to his music to try to see where he's coming from. He didn't really have a response to Joe Budden, but I think he would say, "F you," basically, because that song had tremendous impact. Yeah, it was nominated for a Grammy. Like I said, 8 times platinum, single, almost diamond. Probably will reach diamond in a few years. So Logic's not, a top tier rapper. Joe Budden's not even a top tier rapper. He wasn't, and he still isn't. But he's an excellent podcaster. He's an excellent broadcaster. Has ideas. Could be mentally ill like myself. we'll see. But yeah. So when's it coming? Be free. You let me know, when's it coming. Instagram, Cash App is pretty fast. PayPal is fast too. If you take Venmo, I haven't used it in a while. I don't know what it's like. It's like Logic has a different kind of view of the game. He's well versed on the late 80s, early 90s hip hop, Nas, Wu-Tang Clan, Rakim, all these different legends and luminaries. That's the best way to explain it, I guess. It's probably the best way to see it. Joe Budden has the power. He has power to say what he wants to say. I may not agree with it, but I think he has the right to say it. So if I had to choose somebody, I would choose Logic in this fight. I'll choose Logic because he seems like he's coming from a sincere place. I could be wrong. Maybe he was just like, yeah, these young kids is suicidal. They hate their parents. They want to get that check out. They want to die. I'm gonna say, hold on. I'm gonna craft this song with the verse and the hook saying, all right, I want to kill myself. I don't like life. Everything's going wrong. And the next verse, or a few verses later, I'm gonna say, oh no, I want to live. I want to do right. I want to do I mean, maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I really am. I'm trying to say he sincerely and truthfully created that song, to obviously make money. I mean, that's the whole point of making songs and stuff like that. But I think he may have. Let me make sure before I start running off at the mouth. Okay, so the release. Okay, this is from a. This is weird too because this came out nearly 3 years ago. This song, or actually more than 3 years ago. This song came out. Excuse me. This song came out 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago. So and he's. It's not just this song; it's his other catalog. I can't think of the full catalog, but peace to you in the chat. Tone J, that is the truth. Salute to Tone J. Salute, sir. Salute, sir. Is that wrench working? Got my one of my top sponsors, Tone J, in the building right now. He's coming. He just came through. I'm making sure his wrench is working so he can promote whatever website or anything like that he wishes to choose. Yes, sir. Good to go. Good to go. Use it as much as you want. You've earned it. You really earned it. I appreciate every single dollar you've bestowed upon me. So I definitely appreciate it. But all right, Logic and Joe Budden. Joe Budden just seems like an old hater, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can be an old hater, but it just seems like he's really like, get off my lawn. Like he, he's saying that, he's saying that Logic is not like the right rapper for this time. He's not a good rapper, but he got cosigns from Drake, J. Cole, K. Kendrick Lamar. He's got all these different cosigns and different acknowledgments from these people in the industry, except for Joe Budden. Joe Budden says he panders. He panders to all the different people that are hurt or misled or feel abused or feel some kind of way. He's like milking them. He's like, it's almost like poverty pimping in a sense, like mentally impoverished pimping. It's like a device for creating more money, which I don't have a problem with. Get that money. That's what it's all about. Getting this money, getting this cake. That's why I think it's so special. That's what I like. I like the fact that Joe Budden can express himself on his platform. That's really cool. He can say whatever the hell he wants. I think Logic, when he gets wind of this, I'm sure he has. He probably laughed it off. Probably had a joint, unless he quit. I don't know if he quit or not, but I know he quit cigarettes. He had a song called Nicky, short for nicotine, but I'm not sure what exactly he's on now. But Logic seems like he didn't pop though. I mean, Joe Biden almost pretty much popped though. It's like that song is great and I like it and I'm feeling it, but he doesn't have that breakthrough 100% bona fide, certified, qualified position in hip hop. Is it because he looks like he's white? He's a mixed races. He had a Negro father and a white mother. I don't know, but he looks very fair, fair skinned. He looks very light skinned. So I don't know. Is he kind of like Russ? Russ, I like that. That's my guy, Russ. I like Russ. He does everything. He mixes, arranges, chords. Is a vocalist. Does all the masters. So I get all that money. Not mad at that. But that was just so powerful to even see him say that. And it was the article that I have reference to is very good. And okay. Okay. Logic did respond. Excuse me. Let me slow down. I'm glad I went to the article. He said, Logic responded. This is a quote from the article. Quote, Logic responded to Budden's scathing comments months later, telling MSNBC's Ari Melber that Joe is a hurt man, a very smart man, and an effing hater. But I love that. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the main line. Logic is full, quote by Joe Budden. Logic is full of shit. I don't believe him. Replied Budden. You can't know and you can't prove it. But logic is full of shit. Logic put out a song with mental health and the phone number 1-800, whatever the F that shit was. Pandering bullshit. Everything, quote, continue. Everything about logic is pandery. And he just made up his own word. So there's really no way to ever tell what's truthful and what's not truthful. Since he said he experienced suicidal thoughts, I try to take him off my list of people to speak about because I do have a heart. But I do think he's full of shit. Joe Budden writes hard. He's a hater. He's a hater. I don't know if he's an objective hater, but he's definitely a hater. It seems like he's, more focused on the fact that, more kids, are feeling some type of way. But he doesn't care. Like, I don't really care. There's some like think of mass shooter. Think about mass shooters. Wouldn't you say kill yourself? You can't. I mean, if they go through the proper channels, they go to health professionals and counselors. Yeah, okay, counselors, and to manage, using drugs, whatever. I'm saying prescribed drugs, whatever manner is the way. But if they can't just kill you. Why? I'm gonna take out 20, 30 people, and then I'm just gonna off myself. Bang. What? Like bang, 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 and then bang. That's it. You should just bang at the beginning. That's what I've always argued for. I said, why? At least turn yourself in, and be treated like almost less than an animal, or in some cases, like I said with the prison system, be treated like royalty. Yoga and dogs and gourmet meals like R. Kelly and Tory Lanez. It's goofy. All right, I see one person that stepped in the rooms. Present yourself. All right, so I think it's part of the whole idea of Joe Biden to be, the provocateur, to use his platform to stoke the coals, as they say, to mix it up and to be somebody that's on the vanguard for new ideas and seeing people and saying things that some people want to say but are afraid to. Joe Budden is the epitome of self-transformation. He had this pump, he had that. He had the fire, that burn one or something. Something. And then his career just fizzled. It was it. That's all. Nobody's holding his hand. I think he got dropped from Def Jam. He just said, you know what? I'm going to make my own music. Mood music was like 1 through 4, I think, so far. And the love lost. And I just think that's amazing. I think that's, critical to the game. That you can see what is real. And same goes with Logic. Logic, I think he has a few songs. I have one song I like, uses the same beat for Tribe Called Quest. What is it? Something relaxing. Electric Relaxation. It's just called Relaxation on Logic song. But his flow is pretty on point. And his lyricism is very good too. He's got, similar to a total package as a rapper. He also has different ventures. He wrote a novel, I think. He wrote almost like a graphic novel, I think, or something like that. Didn't do well on the critics, but who cares about the critics? He sold, they're bestsellers. So you gotta give him credit for that. that's what I think is so powerful and so mighty of him to be a force, within this game. That's the power of the microphone. You're able to convey your ideas, and he has songs with Eminem. He's got songs with Big Sean. He's got songs, all kinds of different features like that. But it seems like he has a way of, delivering that message, and he's like playful, and then he's very serious at the same time. So that I give him credit for that. He's able to balance those two ideas um, against each other or with each other. Um, Logic, I just he made pop. Like I said, he might have had a big single, and that's probably what he's gonna be known for. I can't think of it. Other one I just named, Relaxation, and a couple other songs that were pretty hot. But um, he has the issue with his mother being stabbed by black people or something like that. And he was like, and that's in the article. Let me see in the article. Quote, more recently, the former Slaughterhouse MC called out Logic for snitching on his mother, who was white, by sharing a story about her being stabbed for using the N-word. This is a quote from Logic. My mom got stabbed, Logic recalled on Santino's Whiskey Ginger podcast, which Budden played back an episode of the Joe Budden podcast. Yeah, she was in the park, hit the hard R or somebody. She did it to me and my siblings all the time. She stepped out and thought it was all good. Some bitch just yanked her up. Yeah, it's serious like that. And he added, quote, they stabbed this bitch up in her side and in her back a couple of times. So he called his mom bitch too, okay. But it said this is weird. He accused Logic of ratting on his mom. This is so funny. I'm sorry, this is funny. That's funny. But I have 0 viewers, and I understand why. It's late. It's not using my time. Mr. Choice Star Terrain is on right now. So so we have all kinds of different views from the opposing sides. I mean, this is like steak tartare beef. This is not even. This is like two, of the biggest names in hip hop on the internet. Hell, what Logic has over like. Hold on, let me make 100% sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. I know he has on his YouTube information. He has 3.35 million subscribers. Okay, total views 1.4 billion. Twitch, which he was the first artist, recording artist to sign with Twitch exclusively. He has 549,000 followers. So I think that's pretty special. So I'm talking to no one right now out there and rebroadcasting. You're going to watch me some more, but I'm talking to 0 people at this moment. Before there was a peak at 2. 2 people were in here at one time, but I'm currently speaking to 0 persons, and that's okay. This was this, but Logic and Joe Budden, they're probably gonna clean it up, have a song together, and everything's gonna be fine and dandy. Trust me. I have to say about today. Today, I was doing my research for the show. I was looking into, the logic and Joe Budden, but something happened today that was very serious, very sad, very upsetting, unsettling. Somebody I know lost their wallet, all their cards in it. And they didn't have, they have their other cards, other bank cards and you know um, debit cards and license and everything in a separate place on the phone or something like that. There was like an accordion um, wallet that had all these different cards for different stores and stuff in it, and it's gone. It just, this is what the late great George Carlin. I try to give a little bit of levity. He said, when you go to heaven, when you die and you go to heaven, that's when you get all your stuff back. Everything that you lose, you lose. You get back 1,500 pins. You get back 1,200 lighters. You get your wallet back, but it's just like Earth. There's no cash in it. See, that's something I always thought about too. Especially when I was a believer, I was like, "Damn, can I get my stuff back? Like, whatever I lost, do we know what we?" You say, "Oh, that's what happened. Oh yeah, I did leave it on top of the. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Okay." That's when I was a believer. I'm an atheist now, but I was thinking that same kind of way. And even George Carlin's he was an atheist. The late great George Carlin. He was definitely just being satirical in a way. But it's very sad. It's very unnerving. You have to file a police report. You have to call all the different stores and the different banks and stuff like that to can't put a hold on the cards. It's just a hell of a thing to go through, and I'm feeling for this person definitely. It's completely terrible and awful, and doesn't make anyone very happy at this time period where you're supposed to be holly jolly. And this person, regarding this year is not so great beginning, and at the end it looks not so great either. Maybe in the middle it was kind of not so great there too. Depending on how you look at things. But 2024, that's one of the things with human beings, most human beings, not all, I want to say most, is that optimism that shines through any problem. That it's going to get better. It's going to get better. We're going to fight through this. We're going to be able to do this. It's going to be something that's going to be special. It's going to be great. It's going to be something that's going to challenge us. Bring us to another conclusion that we didn't even expect. That's what I'm talking about. We have to look forward to that. So I want to say that I've lost. I'm a loser. No, I'm a born winner, but I lose everything. Even when I was in boot camp, they said, "Damn it, Saunders, you always losing shit like that." That's what my Jones searcher said. But it's true. I'm like, my mind is always going so fast. I'm thinking about all these different things and trying to get this money, and it gets in the way. It gets in the way. And so I'm like, where did I leave that canteen? Where did I leave those boot ties? All that. And it just kind of just took a toll on me. And this is in the military. It's in the Marine Corps. And this is my civilian life. I'll forget something. I'll misplace something, and it'll be gone for days. And I'm like, oh yeah, I put it on in the cupboard. I put it in the drawer, something like that. Put it under my bed. That's right. I almost forgot. So goofy. So weird. But I think, the truth is that when it's so serendipitous is the fact that you have those moments where you're like, I'm looking for something. Oh my God, I didn't even know this is here. I found something I was looking for weeks ago. That kind of, it's like a halfway, Sometimes, and then you find another thing before you got a double. But it's kind of a spare when you find the one thing you're looking for, you've been looking for months. I got one person in here, 3 likes. Who are you? Who is so fortunate? Who is so inclined to watch my greatness? The greatness of me. Who are you? You're one person. And thank you for the like. Who might you be? Ski yee. I was just thinking about Sexy Red's single. Sorry, but yeah, losing stuff. I mean, I'm just so prone. I've been trying to. You know what's weird though? I don't. Knock on wood. I don't lose things on vacation or on business trips or whatever the case may be. Where I pack everything. I don't forget anything, and I don't leave anything behind. I keep everything together. I mean, I'm bragging, but it's a super brag, not a humble brag. It's a super brag. Because I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. There's 2 people in here. One of y'all got to be in the top chat. And that second person's got to hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. But that's the best part, you all these items and you're packing this and packing that. And you make sure you have everything in order. That's the power of. Okay, now it's one person now. Whoever you are, you're silent, you're shy. That's all right. Just make sure you hit that donate button. I know there's no donate button, but you can look at my various ones, my PayPal, my Venmo, and of course my favorite, my Cash App. I love Cash App. Cash App does not charge you for taxes. They will not look at your personal account. It's all gravy. It's great. So yeah, losing stuff sucks. Like, oh my God, it's like people have kids. I don't think they really understand what like life is gonna be. Just the little things. Those little. We're going back to the suicide and crisis lifeline. It's weird. Life is you stub your toe and you lost your armband, or your door jams, or you lose your keys. Your keys are in your car if you're not like a new car. But you got an old vehicle and you got to pop a lock and you got to pay them $60 for taking care of your vehicle just to get your keys back. It's terrible. It's terrible stuff. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But yeah, so I hate losing things. I hate it. I do not like misplacing my items. That's what I hate. I can't stand it. I'm just like, and the thing is, like, you do that, you just think, okay, so I was over here, then I moved there, then I went downstairs, and I know it's gotta be, there it is, okay. It's like, throughout the whole year, throughout all my years, I've been searching and finding, and finally taking in all the stuff that I needed to have. 2 people in here. There's 2 people in here still. 0 people in here. 0 people in here still. Okay. So my whole goal is to here's my quote unquote resolution. 'Cause it's weird when you say resolution. Like, why weren't you doing it already? One, two. Why do you have to start at the beginning of the year? You start any other time of the year. It could just be an anniversary on that year. Whatever you want to do. Stop smoking. Stop eating chocolate. Start. Going on a exercise routine. But that's the idea behind not losing things too. And if you're a Catholic, you say Saint Anthony, I look around, please help me find or something that's lost and cannot be found. You go through all the saints, you gotta go through the saints, and like that has no bearing whatsoever. Obviously, there's no logic or reason or proof or evidence in that. So it's more just thinking, retracing your steps, making sure that you know where you are, what you are, what you're doing, how you're doing it. That's the best way to view it, I think. But there's like a dark pall over this holiday season now. Very, very serious. Lose your wallet. Lose your life, basically, or at least you're living. People say I had my whole life in there. Like a woman loses her purse. I had my whole life in there. Her phone, her keys, her wallet, her perfume, or whatever. Tampons. I don't know. This is what I think is so crucial to living. Living is what we're supposed to do. I'm all for having kids. I'm all for the selfishness that it entails. That's one thing that people love to say. I can never have kids. I'm too selfish. Bullshit. Selfishness is rational self-interest. For you to have children, you're probably going to be rationally selfish, or have rational self-interest. Why? It's your kid. Your kid. You take ownership over them, and it's your responsibility, your role to bring them up to be rational, life-loving valuers in the world. That's the whole point. That's what makes the most sense. Is that the way we're supposed to be? Is that what we're taught to be selfish or unselfish? I think it's selfish to live for your own sake, just to live for your life, just to take care of yourself. And that involves keeping together your mind and paying attention at all times, just like the referee tells boxers, want a good, clean fight, protect yourselves at all times. And I have failed at that many times when it comes to items. And even, digital stuff, not even physical. I can't find something on my phone. I can't find this. I don't know how to access it on a MacBook. Keith, if you're out there, I know it's, I don't know what time is it. It's afternoon in Japan. Salute to that man. Harama something. I just know him as Keith. He's a great guy that I know of. I only met him digitally, but it's special. That's all I can say. It's rough. It's harsh. Life just is beautiful. The world is, but life is beautiful. That was great. It's great. It's fascinating. You learn more. That's one thing they always say too. If your head wasn't attached to your body, you would probably lose it. So that too. It's probably true to me, If my head wasn't attached, I'm like, where is my? I put it down and I don't. So this lost wallet can be found, and I think this will happen. All the cards are going to be having to be locked and then replaced, and people will want to try this. So I think it's possible that can be found, but it's not probable. Hey, you know what? I'm not giving the best show because my drugs are really kicking in right now. But I appreciate Tone J for coming through. Be free, whoever you may be. And I definitely expected, not too many people to be on here, but at least some people came through. So I appreciate that too. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully at 4 p.m. If not, I'm gonna be a late show like this where I'm about to go to sleep. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Thank you very much. Take care.